Welcome back, guys. In this video I'm going to be reviewing the Condor RDA by FitCloud. I'm Sherlock Holmes, and on this channel I do reviews, build tutorials, live shows, all kinds of cool stuff. Let's jump right into this by taking a look at the Condor. Here is the packaging for the Condor RDA. The front and back both have this obnoxious nicotine warning. It'll be checked, whatever colors in the box, the authentication, and on the back some information and what the package includes. You take the sleeve off, you have a nice white box with FitCloud on the front, and inside we have the Condor. Goodie bag first, we have a flathead mini screwdriver, 2 Clapton coils, some extra, what are these, flathead? Yep, extra flathead post screws, so then O-rings, and a big old 510. The Squonk 510 actually comes pre-installed, or it did in mine at least. Here is the Condor RDA. There is this hole in the packaging. I'm not sure what is supposed to go in there. Start at the bottom here. There is the flathead, very flat, good connection Squonk pin 510. You can see on the top here it says fitcloudtech.com, so that will be their website to check this out. On the bottom here we have a adjustable bottom airflow, and so whatever happens on one side is gonna happen on the other. The tension on these O-rings on this bottom airflow adjustment, it's not very tight. It is nice and smooth though. It's not clicky, it just back and forth. And it does come off. The airflow control ring does come off. And it is notched on both the ring and the actual deck. So it can only go on one way. See, that's not right. That's not right. And maybe I'll get this.
A few moments later.
Does it go this way? No, it goes this way. Alright. Notch. There. Adjustable airflow ring. There's either a space right here, you can see it right there, you can see the gold-plated deck. And that's when the ring is flush with the bottom. Now if it goes up to the top, then you have a little bit of an overhang on the bottom, something to be aware of. Moving up, it is a 2-piece barrel section with a goon style 810 drip tip. However, my drip tips don't fit very well in there. I think if it had O-rings on the actual drip tip, it might fit. The outside, the top piece here does spin, and it is airflow control. So right there you can see the inside airflow hole. Now on either side where it says Condor and FitCloud, that is where your airflow hole is going to be, because it's really hard with these little holes to see where you're at as far as lined up with the airflow. Just like the airflow control, this piece also has notches on the deck right there on either side, and then on the inside it's notched. These airflow holes will only line up with your coil, and it won't spin. This one won't spin, so when you're trying to adjust the top cap, the bottom part of the barrel won't go anywhere. This isn't going to accidentally move around on you. It's going to stay in place. And here is the deck. It is a gold-plated deck. You have a lot of room inside this RDA. It is a very big deck. It's 24 millimeter. We established our airflow holes right there. That airflow comes out here on either side. It is downward diagonal airflow. I'll explain the airflow a little bit better. I'll show you a build that I have in here. But let's go to the juice well. You would see how deep the juice well is. It's extremely deep. You can really sploosh your juice in there without it leaking. I haven't had any problems of this thing leaking. We have flathead post screws with probably 2.5, 3 millimeter post holes, so you could fit some of your bigger builds in here. Now, unlike most Squonking 510s that I've seen, this one comes all the way up through the positive post. The juice is going to come out of that hole right there. So that means, depending on how you look at it, that's either going to be a pro or a con, because it won't suck back in the extra juice. So whatever you squonk, you're tethered to. FitCloud does warn against squonking or dripping above these holes because it will end up in the airflow system. And here's the black one. And this is the one I have a build in, so you can see there that little space that I was talking about. Pull off the top part of the top cap. Oh god, these O-rings. You can see how much space I have inside there with these builds. Now I think this build was a little too high. If you look in here in the air holes, my coils are way high because I have airflow coming in from those holes right there. Instead of that being middle airflow, I'm just getting a lot of bottom airflow. But because of the way the airflow is set up, it is a tremendous flavor RDA. I could have lined them up so I had middle airflow, like side airflow, and then bottom. But it's working perfectly for me the way it is. Those are big frame staple coils, and I have a ton of room to spare inside this deck. So you can throw your nice big builds in here. Here is the yellow and black and the black side by side. This is the one that I will be giving away. Here are some of the things that I really like about the Condor. The massive juice well, for one. I can just sploosh juice in here like no tomorrow. As long as it doesn't go over that post airflow hole, you can just dump your juice in there. Because of the airflow holes on the side and then the control ring at the bottom, it really is a wide variety of different types of airflow. You can go from exceptionally restricted to pretty wide open. Now here's wide open. It's not wide. Alright, so it's not extremely airy. There is an amount of restrictiveness. Just enough restriction for me to get a really ideal hit. The flavor that this produces is outstanding. Really fantastic flavor. I think especially because of the way I have my coils built so high. Nice big post holes and a lot of space make it really easy to build on. I was able to fit a really nice big build in here. The way the bottom piece of the barrel and then the airflow control ring have notches, it makes it pretty foolproof to put together. This way goes this way. You don't have to worry about that airflow slot not lining up with your coils because there is no other way to have it together. The O-rings are great. Nothing is going to move. Everything's really tight even after being juiced up. The post screws are nice and beefy, which is another thing I really appreciate. And they're flathead. I really enjoy the drip tip that is in here. It feels really nice against my lips. It's a nice size. It does not get hot. This plastic doesn't get hot at all. Even with the plastic, it doesn't feel cheap. It's like a nice, strong, hefty plastic. Unfortunately, I have not been able to test the squonking features. So a few of the things that I didn't like about this device, starting with the airflow control ring at the bottom, it's just really loose. It's too easy to accidentally move it. And the fact that it's not laying flush against the bottom part of the barrel or the mod itself. Another thing that is more of like a mild irritant when you're adjusting your barrel airflow. Once you have a build in there, especially with the black one, it's just very difficult to see where you're at here. I mean, I guess you could use the branding and figure out, you know, put it over whatever letter that you want it to be at, and that would be your airflow, but I'd rather just be able to really see it. Big con for me right now with this black one, I haven't used the yellow one because I'm giving it away. I'm having one of the O-rings. It pops out from the bottom part of the barrel when I put the top part of the top cap on. Oh god, I just got it. You see how that O-ring comes out? That's been happening every time I put the cap on. It won't stay in its hole. Alright, so I just took that bottom O-ring that was giving me issues. I took it out. The cap is still on really tight and not going anywhere, so I'm just going to keep that out for now. That O-ring issue is definitely an irritant. So the deck looks a little cheap. You can see a lot of machining marks, and there's some rough edges and things like that, which I would have loved to see cleaned up. It's still a decent build. Other than that, I really don't have much to complain about with this device. With those few cons, prevent me from picking this up or not using this RDA. No, I actually really like it. I'm going to put some links in the description. I think it's worth checking this RDA out. It's innovative. I really like the airflow, the way it comes out of the positive post. I just think it's really neat, and I think that cloud chasers and flavor chasers both will like this RDA. I'm getting tremendous flavor and tremendous clouds from it. The airflow is exactly the way that I want it, right out of the gate wide open, so I'm loving that fact. All in all, definitely a decent RDA. Don't forget to hit the like button if you liked this video, and hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you get notified the next time I post something new or go live. Don't forget to check out SherlockHolmes.com for coils, build tools, accessories, merchandise, all kinds of cool stuff. If you'd like to support this channel, I do have a Patreon. I'll put the link in the description. It's a great way to help sustain the channel and earn some cool rewards. Like, I'll be giving away this Condor to my patrons. Thank you so much to FitCloud for sending me the Condor 2 review. And thank you for watching. I'm Sherlock Holmes, and I will see you in the next video.